Oh yeah, so just thought I'd show you, I've tidied up the garage, I've hoovered it 2 or 3 times, I've blown it out with the compressor, I've started sheeting. So the plan is we're going to sheet everywhere, stop any dust falling down from the top. We're going to sheet off all the shelving, so all 4 sections of shelving, and then hopefully what's left in the middle is just the doors, the windows, and the lights, and not a lot of dust, fingers crossed. So first piece of sheeting is up, going to get some other sheeting going, and then yeah, see how we get on. Obviously the lights needed to be available. Got this extra light up here. Got sheets over the doors. Obviously it's not airtight. Don't need it to be or want it to be airtight. I think you can actually see how much that's moving and bellowing in now. If I turn the fan off, it calms right down. It actually start getting sucked back to the door now. So by the time we finished, I think turn the fan on again, creating a decent amount of airflow. Just putting some panel wipe over to get any greasy finger marks, the last bit of dust off prior to painting the car. So you see it just goes on and evaporates. It used to be white, so obviously there's a lot on there that needs to be cleaned off before the paint. Anyway, we'll go around the car, do this, and then tack cloth after, and then spray. Right, I've just been over with the panel wipe, and I've just got water in here. I've just sprayed on the floor, but it's just to keep the dust down. If there's any dust I might kick up on the floor, so just using that. I'm about to mix up the paint. So this is the Cellulose grey primer. It's a 1-to-1 mix ratio with the thinners. So we'll get a bunch of that mixed up. We'll paint the bottom and the inside and the backs of the doors, and yeah, then we'll go from there. So see how much of the car we can get in primer, hopefully all of it today. hopefully we got some footage of me spraying the car with the primer. I know we ran out of battery on the GoPro, so we didn't get very much of it, unfortunately. But we can show you what we've done, and also since then I've also rubbed back a few places that I wasn't so happy with. Probably mostly nothing to do with the spraying, actually, just some bits that weren't necessarily prepared quite as well as I wanted, so I could see marks. And one other thing is, yeah, I bumped into the door with my shoulder when I was spraying the bonnet, so I'm gonna have to well, just redo that door skin, but it's all easily done. Let's have a little quick look round. So come back to the wings in a minute, but here's the general finish on the car. It's got a bit of overspray dust on it at the minute, so all sprayed up inside. And here's I've got a couple of areas that I've rubbed here and here. I'm just going to put a little bit more primer on them now, but generally speaking the finish is like this. Hopefully you can see that. So around the back here as well, I've rubbed here. I'm just going to put a little bit of primer along there. Here is the boot. Pretty happy with the boot. You can just see a mark here where the seal goes, but obviously that'll be under the new seal. So that's looking pretty good. The other side of the car, there's a tiny high spot there, so I just rubbed back, and we'll prime, and that will hide that high spot a little bit more with a couple more thicknesses of paint. So we've got a little coat over here. Come back to this. Here's the door that I didn't walk into. My shadow's in the way, if you can see. Bring that into the light a bit, but it's all the same, it's all pretty uniform. So this wing was the main reason I started rubbing things back, because there was still, I could still see the dents here and a tiny bit there. So what I've done is, I didn't want to get the filler out again, but I got the filler out again and just applied it in this area and this area, and then we've rubbed it back with 240 grit, so it's nice and smooth now. We will reapply primer to those, and then this is the door that I walked into. You can't see it now because I've rubbed it back with 240, but yeah, basically when I was spraying this, when I went to spray the left hand side, I moved across like this, and my shoulder hit into the door. So that was very annoying, but hey, there was always going to be a few bits that needed repriming, so we're going to get on and do that now, and hopefully I can get some footage of that. So just time to mix up some primer. So we got your Cellulose 1K here, and then we've got some thinners, paint thinners there, premium thinner. We will just mix them up 1 to 1, because that's the correct for ratio to make up these paints. This, you can see this is an HMG paint actually, and Ket Auto Paints, that's where I've been and purchased all of the paints and thinners from. So yeah, let's get probably a litre mixed up, so that'll be enough just to finish off what we're doing. So it'll be half a litre of each. Right, all set. We've got 500 in the gun, we've got 500 mixed up, ready to pour in when we run out. So we'll just spray the pattern out on the paper. Pretty much checked it with the just okay. Some more adjustments maybe. Check the pressure, and then hopefully you get a good view there. This wing, that wing, door and the bonnet. Right, so we've touched up the primer, rear quarter panels, the boot and the, sorry not the boot, the bonnet and the door that I touched with my shoulder. So we've got the whole car to a level. So I'll just show you the general finish. So you can see there, not looking too bad. None of this is sanded yet. Obviously, just look around the front wings. So you have got some very small little bits in it, but there'll be no problem. All got to be sanded with 600, but I want to take it off the jig.